What is going on, good people? Welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. Welcome on into the show, Trey. We've got so much to get into tonight, so many great games this week.
Yeah, it's week number 5, Brandon, so we are officially past the halfway point in the season, and we had some great matchups this evening.
Yeah, that includes a battle of former conference rivals in Lower Delaware and a battle of undefeateds right here in Salisbury.
That's right. We'll begin right here, what you just said, in Salisbury with our Delmarva Sports Insider Game of the Week. WiHi has come out guns blazing to start this season. The Tribe exploded out the gates with wins over North Carolina and Stephen Decatur on the road to stand at 4-0. Kent Island came in at the top of the Bayside North with an equally impressive resume. The final 2 unbeaten teams in the conference going toe-to-toe tonight, and early on, we had a defensive battle. Both teams' offenses struggling. Defensive fronts having their way. We'd see 6 punts in the first quarter and no scores. Second quarter, Kent Island finally getting on the board. The veteran, 4-year starter Matt Burnside sees a busted coverage, finds Mason Brockington for a 55-yard touchdown. Kent Island out to a 7-0 lead. Oh, this is the point in which the game really changed. WiHi quarterback Darius Foreman out on a designed run. He goes down awkwardly. He would lead this game, and he would not return. Big loss.
You hate to see that, Trey.
Yeah.
And from there, Kent Island would capitalize. Ryan Swider plunges in from a yard out. Bucks lead 14-0 with just under 5 minutes to halftime. B.J. Cook forced to move from running back to quarterback. The Kent Island defense was all over it. They'd lead 17-0 at the break. And in the second half, the Bucks continued to wear the Tribe down. Casey Heath all over the field on defense. He also gets in on this touchdown. WiHi would get on the board late with a kick return for a score. But Kent Island comes in and leaves as the last unbeaten in the Bayside. They win tonight 24-8.
Well, a lot of it has to do, number one, with our defense. Our defense is fantastic. We got seniors on there like David Van Wee, Mason Brockington, Ryan Swider, Garrett Griebel. You know, those are seniors that have been through it, so they give us a tremendous amount of leadership. And then offensively, Matt Burnside, who's been on varsity for 4 years, really had a calm and cool game tonight against a really tough, fast, big opponent. So had to be a little scary back there, but he kept his composure.
Like I said, they've been coming in hot lately, early in games, so we knew we had to match that energy and push the energy even more. So our team just played ridiculous, you know, all around, O-line, D-line, safeties, linebackers, running backs, everyone. Everyone played their position.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been 5 games, so I'm undefeated. So I know we are, but it's a little premature to even talk about that. I know we have a Parkside team coming up, and we haven't beaten Parkside, I think, in our last 2, maybe 3 matchups. I'm not sure. So you know, we know we got a tough road ahead.
Coach Ferragamo, the professional, trying to downplay the undefeated season. I see you, Coach.
That's a veteran coach right
there.
there.
Yeah, Kent Island, look, they played an excellent game. The game clearly changed when Foreman went out, but clearly even before that, Kent Island was a lot to deal with. I think the score and the game would have been a lot closer. I hate that we got robbed of that tonight, and I do hope that Foreman is okay and able to come back this year. But give Kent Island credit. Nearly a 2-hour trip down with traffic, and they come get off the bus and play lights out against play lights out defense against a team who came in averaging over 40 points per game at home, and a team like Casey Heath that comes out hot. North Carolina and Decatur games, we saw WiHi come out with kick return touchdowns. Kent Island playing against that, started with a squib kick, got WiHi's offense on the field, and their defense was able to execute.
Yeah, Trey, I'm not surprised by this, honestly, this score. But can I also be surprised at the same time with how good Kent Island is? When I saw Kent Island play Decatur, what stood out to me was the physicality and the discipline that the Bucks play with.
Yeah.
And WiHi is a great up-and-coming team in the South, but just like when we saw Decatur go to KI, just like that, it happened in this game as well. It's tough to beat this team if you can't match their physicality. And, of course, this wasn't a true representation of the Tribe team this week. Hopefully we see Foreman coming back soon. But Kent Island is just in a class of their own so far in 2021 in the Bayside. And like Ferragamo said, Coach Ferragamo, this is, it's early in the season. We'll see what happens down the stretch. All right, another pretty good Bayside matchup went down tonight up in Caroline County. Year in and year out, North Carolina, They are the beasts of the Bayside North, but the Bulldogs were off their leash early against Easton, running right through the Warrior defense. Owen Doyle down inside the 3-yard line. That set up a 1-yard plunge by TJ Bunce. So Easton driving to the North Carolina red zone, but they had to settle for 3. Jed Smith booting that one, splits the uprights. Bulldogs back on the prowl here. Pitch to Doyle. He's got blockers, hurdles the defender there. Owen Doyle is in for his second of the night, 14-3 early in the second. Easton punches back. Kevin O'Connor dropping back, letting it fly. He's got his man, Sharif Curry, on the sideline down there. New year, new O'Connor, dropping spare change all over the Bayside. Warriors beat that Dogs pass rush with a screen right here. He's got nothing in front except for green grass, and that cut the deficit to 4. But the Dogs come out strong in the second half, and they finish this one off 41-24. North Carolina takes this one. All right, now to some more scores from around the Bayside. Colonel, a winner tonight over Arcadia, 48-6 the final score. Colonel's now 3-2, and they get Kent County next week for their homecoming. Tough night for the Jags, Washington falling 56-0 against Mount Carmel.
Yeah, look, Washington coach Greg Lisinski said tonight that his team played much better, although the score might not indicate it. When you got low numbers in a team like that, you got to see the positives in things. So kudos to Washington tonight. In other action, Cambridge, they moved to 3-2 with a shutout win at home over Kent. And Queen Anne's wins their 3rd game in a row, dominant over Bennett. How about this, Brandon? I saw this stat earlier. Queen Anne's has outscored their last 3 opponents 204-0.
That's incredible.
Now, those last 3 opponents haven't really been great and haven't really been the toughest competition, but 204-0 is pretty good. Also should note, Snow Hill gets their 2nd win of the year. They beat Nandua 48-7. Coach Downing going back down to Virginia and leaving with a win. We got one more Bayside game on the docket as Decatur and Parkside get together tomorrow afternoon.
All right, let's move things over to Delaware now. As I said, there were some good matchups everywhere tonight. How about a rematch of last year's instant classic in the semifinals? Smyrna and Georgetown taking on the champs. Wayne Knight was at it again tonight. Watch him get to the outside, setting Smyrna up in Knight's territory. This is a nightmare for opposing defenses. Wayne Knight with the rock in the red zone, one of 3 touchdowns tonight. Smyrna in complete control of this one. Central is known for that lethal ground attack. They just get no traction tonight. Cole Moyer on the stop there.
Yeah, the Eagles take their starters out in the 4th, but that does not matter. They still slice through the Golden Knight defense. Timothy Vance bursting through the hole, then follows it up with a 1-yard dive for 6. Smyrna exacting revenge. How about that?
They sure did.
I think Central will still take their win last year, but Smyrna wins tonight by a final of 42-0. And a few other scores in the first state. How about this, Brandon? Sussex Tech, I'm going to call it an upset. I did not see this coming. 10-0 win over Lake Forest in Felton. Shout out to our guy, tight end Tucker.
Hey, impressive the last 2 weeks for Sussex Tech. They go out and nearly defeat Woodbridge last week, and then they defeat Lake Forest this week, shutting them out. Impressive.
Also, Joey Jones' Laurel Bulldogs, I should say Joey Jones and Brandon Bossert's Laurel Bulldogs are 4-0 for the first time in at least 10 years, maybe 20 years. They blow out Polytech tonight, 56-14.
You know it, Trey, but you know what? Watch out for St. Elizabeth in Class 1A because they downed Glasgow big tonight. I think those are the top 2 teams in 1A this year. Aaron Sibbles found the end zone once again tonight in Milford's 14-7 win over Red Lion. Bucks improved to 3-1, and Indian River with a solid win over Seaford tonight, 35-6. IR now 2-1. We've got 2 games we're watching tomorrow. Woodbridge and Delmar take the field, and then the Civil War taking place tomorrow in Camden between CR and Dover.
Yeah, Brandon, so to wrap everything up, we saw a bunch of things here tonight. The first thing I want to say, Ken Island is for real. Second of all, the Smyrna Eagles look like they are in a class all by themselves when it comes to our area and these teams in the former Henlopen North and South. What do you take out of tonight?
Yeah, I was shocked by what I saw in Georgetown. I figured that Smyrna had the edge tonight, but I didn't think they had the edge by 42 points.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, remember last year, the 2 games between Smyrna and Central were incredible. Came down to the last few minutes. but tonight a 42-point blowout, and Central had absolutely no answers tonight on offense or defense, and you could see the frustrations coming out from the Knights in the fourth quarter. In Class 3A, though, there are 3 true championship contenders this year: Middletown, Salesianum, and of course Smyrna. And with the Knight brothers, Cameron Edge at quarterback, he has been legit this year, and then Mike Judy running the show. I would not count them out against anyone, despite the fact that they did lose the Harvest Bowl to Middletown a few weeks back. I think that they could play with Middletown any week of the season.
Yeah, I also want to give a quick shout out to North Carolina. They didn't play last week. You know, they lost to WiHi the last time we saw them. But their motto that was on the back of their shirt year in and year out is very true to what they do. What do? They get back to practice, and they take down an Easton team who easily came in with a lot of momentum and has been putting up a lot of points, and they deliver, the Dogs do tonight. So congratulations to Coach McCormick's team. All right, that'll do it for the A block. We're taking a quick commercial break, but when we return, we've got a local athlete spotted when we come back with an all-new After the Whistle. Don't go anywhere. That and more when the Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
This is Damian Ferragamo, head football coach at Kent Island High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.